Kremlin-controlled TV jovial, even the anchor surprised by the concessions President Donald Trump offered Russian President Vladimir Putin in their 90-minute phone conversation. An extensive talk about ending the war in Ukraine while seemingly sidelining Ukraine's leader. Not a word about Zelensky, the host says, or rather, if there were words, they were only negative ones. Ukraine will not get back its territories. Ukraine will not join NATO.
And I think they have to make peace. That's what I think.
Moscow more than willing to take up President Trump's offer for immediate peace talks to end the three-year war. Russia saying it's already starting preparations for possible direct meetings between the U.S. president and the Russian leader. The first time in 4 years the leaders of the U.S. and Russia would meet face-to-face. The current administration, as far as we understand, holds the view that everything must be done to stop the war and for peace to prevail. The Kremlin's press secretary says, "We are much more impressed by the position of the current administration, and we're open to dialogue." Dialogue apparently without Kiev at the table, Ukraine's president growing increasingly frustrated and concerned. It's important that everything does not go according to Putin's plan, Zelensky says. He wants to do everything to make his negotiations bilateral. But many Ukrainians fear that's exactly what's happening, feeling President Trump is selling them out.
President Putin wants to have peace now, and that's good. And he didn't want to have peace with Biden. And you tell me why that is, okay?
Trump's plan is to rob Ukraine as much as possible, this woman in Kiev says, not to make peace here. It looks like Ukraine is being betrayed, this woman says. In what is being said now, I do not see anything good for Ukraine. It's very sad. Ukraine's army is steadily losing ground to the Russians, mostly due to manpower and weapons shortages. Russian forces already occupy more than 20% of the country, territory the new U.S. Defense Secretary bluntly says Kiev most probably won't get back, much to the dismay of America's close NATO partners and the Ukrainians.
There is no betrayal there. There is a recognition that the whole world and the United States is invested and interested in peace.
America's allies in shock, Moscow pleased. Russia's foreign minister praising President Trump when I asked him at a press conference.
Are you more hopeful now that there can be real and fundamental change and improvement in U.S.-Russian relations?
This is how you should communicate with Russia, he says. Perhaps that is why many in the West, including the leaders of the European Union, were shocked when a simple, normal conversation took place between two polite, educated individuals. Fred Pleitgen, CNN, Moscow.